All right. So, where we last left off, you guys were upon the skies in Raalivalavoar's own airship, heading towards Palzuunym to establish yourself as its new baron. You had just recently been boarded and fought off some a strange group of what seemed like bandits and perhaps another organization with them of cloaked figures. But you took their airship and defeated them, and there were some strange happenings below the deck involving Serandusk's pike. It seems to be perhaps maybe more than what it seems. But that day has passed. You guys find yourself well rested and continuing on your course towards the barony of Palzuunym.
Now we're going to look like even more pompous assholes because instead of having just one airship that we arrive on, we have two.
Yes, exactly.
We have a goddamn fleet.
Yes. So did anyone want to do anything on these days of journeying?
Who wants to play poker?
All right, I'll put away the battle map.
Let's go. I still have the acorn.
I know you do.
Acorn round 2, let's go. On the bright side, Erik, you will never have a dull moment of travel.
You people. Rally, did you say you wanted to do something?
No, I was just gonna say I was doing nothing.
All right.
I'm working on the prototype.
Oh,
Maybe
Seems
a
to work.
little. Yeah, seems to work just fine. A little bit of tinkering, maybe.
I'll probably write a little some few notes on a note card for the funeral of that guard that we packed up.
Oh yeah, have we decided that I did in fact write that letter that I had suggested?
Yeah, you would have had time to do that.
All right, sweet. I'll figure out mailing it later, but
yeah, Palzuunym's a pretty big barony. Like, they definitely have ways of getting letters and trade out.
Right.
Also, Cure has the alcohol and the spooky rock, according to my notes.
Yes, this is true.
Still have to get that shit.
I have your feather.
And the rocks.
I do have the fancy rocks.
This dude.
Ordevo still has his own money.
Yes. Also, Serandusk, what did you do with the pike when you woke up the next morning?
Oh, my notes don't go that into detail about it, about what was happening immediately before.
Nothing specific, but as you wake up the next morning and, with the previous, strange happenings and, things that have been going on, you feel this closer connection to it. And believe you've unlocked one ability.
I have. I was just thinking about trying that to see if it gets mad at me again. The question is, do I fuck around and find out, or do I ask first?
It's up to you.
I know. I'm having a hard time deciding.
Do you want to make a insight or arcana check?
Sure. I'll make an arcana check.
Cool.
7.
7. Fucking
Yep, no clue. It is up to literally anyone's best guess. I also want to find it in my character sheet.
Yeah, it should be
Features and
lower down in
traits.
features and traits. Yeah.
Okay, that's kind of what I assumed.
Small aside, but what the book that Kier picked up last time,
Yes.
did it have a name, and who did I pick it up from?
I believe. I think I just accidentally rolled on someone's character sheet.
Yeah.
Cool animal handling check.
Animal handling.
Total misclick. The tome you picked up. Yeah, it was a just group of notes that was found that Tostyn found, I believe, in one of the rooms. It doesn't seem to have a specific name on it, but like it seems like someone's just personal like notes that they kept kind of hidden away. Cool. So yes, Serandusk, did you find it?
I did. Are we just gonna ignore part of the last paragraph?
Let me-
The part
Oh
in the
yeah,
third
yeah,
paragraph.
yeah. Ignore that one. I just read
All
that
right.
you're talking about. Yeah, just fucking
Yeah. Okay. I just wanted to double check. I assumed that was gonna be the case, but I'd actually like to say that I haven't done that yet, and I'm just gonna hang. I'll probably go out, like get breakfast, talk with some of the crew, and
Okay. Are you keeping it with you, or are you leaving it in your room?
oh, absolutely, I'm taking it with me.
So yeah, Serandusk joined you guys for breakfast, and it seems like perhaps some morning poker.
Morning poker. God, that's one hell of a way to start the day.
Honestly, I feel like it works. It's like,
There's something beautiful about penny gambling
yeah,
with your friends.
It's
It's like, man, I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm all in.
it's like a little early morning divination on how the day's gonna go.
Look. We can be attacked, assaulted, and murdered at any time, and I think that justifies playing poker at any hour and drinking at any hour.
Cheers. I'll drink to that, bro.
If they didn't want us drinking at all hours of the days, why did they invent the mimosa?
Exactly. It's just breakfast alcohol.
Exactly.
All right.
My
so do you
favorite
guys
is
wanna-
called the Jameson Jumpstart, actually.
I'm intrigued by this.
I need
It's a
that
shot.
D20, Graham.
So someone Keegan knows is woken up.
Indeed.
Keegan's shaking down his roommates for dice.
He fucking stole my dice, and then he pretended to
Oh.
throw it at me, and this is a metal one with weight, so I would die.
You seen weighted die, guys?
Yeah, they're weighted evenly across every number.
At least it wasn't
Weighted so it
the
rolls
D4 or the D8.
That's true.
Yeah.
That
No,
one
with the
would hurt.
size of normal dice, I feel like I'd be slightly more afraid of a D20. I'd be more afraid of the mass than the pointy bits.
Right, but if it's pointy bits with mass, and depending on how hard it got thrown.
This is insane. All right.
Okay,
Roll,
let's just fucking gamble.
roll your-
Let's just fight. Thanks, Gary.
what-
Can we get a quote section?
I have one.
I have to check my inventory, or is it my notes? Notes. Yep, there it is. All right. I'm gonna start betting the feather.
Okay.
I like these fancy rocks. I might decorate with them, bedazzle some shit, you know.
I hmm.
Oh, Eric, you know how I rolled a 7 on Arcana?
Mm-hmm.
You know what my modifier is?
Six.
+6.
+5. but not quite a crit fail.
Not much better.
Yeah, that's true.
Did I? One moment. I want to remember if I stole what I thought I stole.
From somebody or in the game of poker? Or are you just pickpocketing people and not telling us?
Don't worry about what Kier does or does not have in her
Okay.
pockets.
All right, so
I did
you
not
guys-
steal what I thought I did.
So yeah, what else is people betting so we can do the roll?
I'm putting just like a cool rock in, but not the Shadowfell obsidian that I have.
Okay. Tostyn?
I don't actually have anything. Did I pick anything up from the bodies that I looted after we attacked the shit out of them?
You could have. They had
Can I pull out like a little like keychain looking trinket thing?
sure someone's keys.
Just like a. It doesn't have to be keys, but sure, just someone's fucking keys, and I'll set them on the table.
All right.
What are these two? I don't know. You might get a cottage.
You can check every single building, and I can guarantee you
It's one of them.
one of them might work.
We need to pick up more tchotchkes as we continue through.
Yeah, just like collect random crap. Gamble with.
Alrighty.
Keegan is both the highest and lowest stakes bidder.
Riley, are you participating?
No, not this time.
Coward.
A
Oh,
true
we got
shame.
keys.
I see that, but not this time.
You know, I will say it is probably easier for Riley to just pick a lock and for Tostyn to just break down a door than it is to try and find what these keys go to.
Yes, but that is all part of the adventure.
Fair enough.
It's
Fair enough indeed.
for the sport. For the sport.
Well, shall we?
Yeah, you guys roll.
Committing burglary for sport.
Do we add anything, or is it just a straight D20
Yeah, no,
roll?
The classic like insight, intelligence, or deception.
Okay.
You gonna call it like initiative or just start saying numbers?
Oh yeah, just start. Let's go. Yeah, from lowest to highest. Anyone below a 10?
Ooh.
Below a 15?
11.
Oh,
Ooh.
below a 20?
19.
Ooh.
I rolled a 30.
Motherfucker! What? What?
I'm happy I stayed out.
Well,
How is this fair?
I do
I
have
rolled a
20.
15! And I have a plus 11!
Yeah,
Oh my god!
well, I have 20
mean-
charisma. I do not have the highest modifier in the group. All right, well, you have won a harpy feather from me.
Yeah, you guys have been gaslighted. Yet truly, it appeared as though Kier had, like, looking into their eyes, it was like this person has the best hand that has ever existed, and you guys didn't have that good, but like, so you probably just like went out, but Kier had nothing and just won via pure deception and bluffing.
Okay, what did she win?
Whatever.
A
you guys
harpy
put up.
feather from me. And your key trinket thing.
Oh yeah, Kira's wiping you guys out.
Jesus Christ, this
real.
is not fair.
I
I have
need
a
to-
+3, dog. Like,
I need
with
to find.
proficiency.
I need to find a better game to play against Kieran.
Chess, maybe.
Probably.
Chess might work.
Maybe.
Arm wrestling competition now.
Test of strength. Swing that hammer, my guy.
We can do arm wrestling. The rules for that is just like 3 competing d20 rolls plus strength or athletics or acrobatics.
It's
I don't
basically
think you want to play that role.
I want the acorn.
I will fail.
Uh-huh.
It's basically you have to from the middle you have to get like 2 in a row to win, or just obliterate the other person way hard. Do you guys want to do a quick arm wrestling match?
No.
I think because Keegan is the most stacked for arm wrestling, we should impose the rule that, or let me say this in character, I do think that Tostyn being the strongest of us, it is only fair if the challenge E is the one who decides what is being bet.
Fair.
I want the acorn.
You are
I know
the
you want the
challenger.
acorn. If you would like the acorn, we can play something else, perhaps. It doesn't have to be poker. We could play blackjack or there's rummy. We could play Go Fish. We could play Go Fish.
I'm gonna check my pockets for some extra shit. I'm gonna grab out like a ball of lint and like a thumbtack if those exist.
Sure.
I'm gonna go to my room and start rummaging through crap, being like, all right, I need to start making an inventory of what I have that is useful for poker.
You have many strange objects. Also, they wouldn't be in your room. They'd probably be in Tostyn's bag of holding.
Oh
Can
yeah.
I try and shape the ball of lint into a bunny?
Make a dexterity
check. Me. I don't think plastic straws exist in this, but me grab some straw paper. Bro, I made a snake.
10.
Keegan has shaped a ball of lint. It looks largely the same, but slightly different.
It's a bunny rabbit.
So, you guys can engage in some like more games and stuff. Not sure if I want to play all of that out right now.
I am going to travel back to my room and do some culty nonsense for about an hour.
Oh, cool. What does that entail?
That's a good question. Let me
Is it
read my
just like your
features and
usual, like
traits.
studying weird shit, or
No,
something
this is
involving-
specific to the thing we were reading.
okay?
Yeah.
Stop
So,
being so ominous and give me answers.
no, it's more fun this way.
So you take some time to meditate upon the pike. You just kind of rest there, and you find yourself falling into that same sort of like sense, that same sort of world as
When I was
you,
unconscious.
when you were unconscious in that last fight.
All right.
Just stone and grayness and fog.
See, it'd be really awkward if I got one of those, like, you ever have it where you're falling asleep and your body gives you a shot of adrenaline to make sure you're still alive? It'd be really awkward if that happened right now, but anyway.
Yeah.
I hit a deadlift so hard I went deaf today, and then that happened to me.
Nice.
Damn.
Yeah, I should probably go get my blood pressure checked out, but it's fine. It's fine. It's
I'm glad you're
fine.
staying in character as Tostyn. It's the real thing that happened to Tostyn today.
We're just gonna include that. That's canon now.
Yep.
Tostyn found some BS to deadlift.
I think there's stuff around.
A ballista bolt, a couple of them tied together.
Probably just
Bamast.
picking up the fuel, because it's just in like large amethyst crystals, and usually it takes like 2 or 3 people to hook them up into the that's like psionic engines, but yeah.
All right.
Anyways, so yeah, you
Meditating
find yourself
and-
in this kind of just empty expanse of stone, bit of orange, just just smoke throughout, just kind of mist. You is there anything you do in this space?
Hmm. Does it feel like I could move around if I put my mind to it?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna start wandering around. I probably have no real sense of direction, but I'm just gonna kind of like mentally make sure that I don't wander in circles to the degree possible. Just like try and go
Yeah.
somewhere, see if I can find something.
So yeah, you stand yourself up and start just kind of walking in a direction. Make a perception check.
Perception. All right. 7. I'm rolling fantastic today.
Cool.
The lack of combat showing on my dice.
Yeah, so yeah, you're just like wandering through these like mists, this fog. You just see it trailing around your legs. It kind of stays low.
Okay.
And you see you still have the pike with you, you notice at least.
Okay.
Looking down at it. And you hear something. You hear, breathe.
Okay.
It's probably at this point, you've been kind of just wandering for probably like 15, 20, maybe 30 minutes. It's hard to tell.
Right.
You kind of realize, oh, I haven't been breathing.
Okay. So I guess I'll start like breathing, doing my best not to like start hyperventilating myself, but
Yeah, you actually feel like you already have air in you.
Huh.
So, starting with an exhale, you just see smoke pouring out of just this orange mist.
Okay.
And as the pike gets caught up in it, it just turns to mist.
Okay.
And then you breathe in, and it enters your lungs. This orange smoke just disappears, and now you see across the stone with your breathing, the mists rise and fall. It honestly feels like the mere presence of something breathing alters this place.
Okay. Does it seem like just in general the mist, or like the mist in a specific area is doing the rising and falling?
The closer it is to you, the more it's affected, it seems.
Okay, so it's radiating from me. All right.
Yeah.
So my pike still it still turned to mist and has entered my lungs.
It appears so.
Okay. I'm just gonna kind of like do my best to like focus on my pike, see if I can like kind of like just mentally tell where it is.
Yeah, you could just kind of feel almost like a weight in your lungs, and as you breathe, it runs through your veins and goes to your muscles and just is throughout your body.
Okay. I'm just gonna like try and concentrate on it and see if I can like I'm gonna think about it being in my hand. I'm just gonna stand there with my eyes closed, still breathing, holding my left hand out, seeing if it
Yeah.
and just think about it, see if I can
Yeah, you close your eyes, you think of the pike, hold your hand out, and as you breathe out, you feel something enter your hand. As you open your eyes, you're back in your room holding the pike.
Okay. Still seems the same.
Yeah, still has that same kind of weightless feel to it.
Right. I'm gonna close my eyes again. Just kind of concentrate and breathe in again. And open my eyes, and I imagine it's
It's gone.
all right. And just like I can feel my hands just kind of twitching, like they know there should be something there, but there isn't right now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna at this point I'll probably stand back up and wander out of my quarters.
Okay.
See what people have been up to while I've been locked in my room hiding,
Cool.
being a recluse.
In the meantime, Tostyn, one of the other guards, comes up to you. Says, "Hey, Tostyn, I would like to talk to you for a moment, if that is possible."
Yes, of course.
He kind of brings you aside somewhere a little bit more private. The body of Dogrin has gone.
It has disappeared,
Yes.
like completely not a trace, or
Not that I have seen.
bring me to where he was.
All right. And, he'll bring you to the kind of small like room that you guys were keeping it in.
Was it in a casket, or did we just lay the body on some like hay?
You guys basically you're still on a ship, so there's not that much space. You guys found like a closet that you just kind of set up in like a blanket.
Okay. Can I cast? Can I use investigation to see if I can detect anything?
Yeah. Make an investigation check.
Okay. Chances I actually do well on this really low. Okay.
The shot.
The fucking 5.
Awesome.
You can also call other people in to help you.
I was about to, but I was gonna check it first, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Looking at this, you don't see anything. It's just gone without a trace.
Um. Hey, Serandusk?
I
Can he hear me at all?
Serandusk has not responded.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna like move pretty quickly to try and find Serandusk or Raalivalavoar.
Yeah. So you would know where each of these people are. Who do you go to first?
Definitely Serandusk.
Cool. So yeah, you make it to Serandusk's room, and the door is locked because
I imagine this is during my meditation, so
Yeah.
I definitely do not hear a thing.
Yeah, he doesn't
Uh,
respond.
Serandusk? Serandusk?
There's still nothing.
Okay, I'm
The door unlocks.
okay. I was about to just
Oh,
the fucking door.
am I now awake and like leaving my
Nope.
room? Oh, okay.
Okay. As I walk in, what do I see?
You see Serandusk just kind of standing in the middle of his room, just like blank expression. See him just kind of breathing and like this faint orange smoke. Just
Is he holding the pike?
no.
Okay. Then I'm
Nowhere
just
to
gonna
be
go up and
seen.
shake the shit out of him.
Before you make it up to him, you feel a little bit of like kind of pressure, and do not worry. Their body is in a safe place.
Who are you?
The door closes behind you, by the way.
Somebody call the fucking Ghostbusters.
An unnecessary question.
Um. Shit. Can I cast Protection of Evil and Good on myself?
Yeah.
Cool. I did that.
Yeah, you just kind of gleam a little bit in response to feeling this strange presence.
What have you done with this body? Why have you taken this body?
It is safe. It is kept forever, untouched by time.
Will we get his body back?
Unnecessary.
I disagree. Very necessary. He gave his life defending us.
And I have given him a most holy burial. His memory shall not be forgotten.
I'm gonna cast Protection of Evil and Good on Serandusk and then like try and leave the room silently.
All right. Yeah, you are allowed to exit.
Don't think Protection from Evil and Good did anything against something like that, but
Oh,
Let's see.
worth a shot.
Trying to remember what other things protection from evil and good does.
Charmed, frightened, or possessed by aberrations, celestials, elementals, fae, fiends, and undead.
Yeah, but it doesn't stop them anyways. So
It doesn't. It just
even
helps.
if he was, yeah. Cool.
And then I'm just gonna wait outside the door.
Okay. Yeah, eventually, like 10, 15
Oh,
minutes later.
hold on. Actually, could I call the guard that called me? I could just like yell his name or something.
Yeah.
Does he come over?
Yeah, he comes over.
Okay. I don't know how to tell you this, but the body disappeared from a not a creature or a person with not a physical creature with malicious intent, but a thing, something stronger, something we should not mess with.
What do you mean?
I heard the voice.
Tostyn, can you make me a intelligence save?
Oof.
What is it? -1? 18.
18. That's very good.
fails.
Whoa!
Be surprised.
Yeah, so as you are beginning to talk about this, you are stunned
Okay, so I did fail it. Holy shit.
for a moment. And you feel piercing headache. But it's only for a moment, and you
It's something we should not trifle with further.
Is there
We should
something
be-
dangerous on this ship? Did it come from that other ship we raided?
I do not think so. There is danger everywhere. We should just be careful. Try not to piss it off.
Make a persuasion check.
I sense difficult conversations in the near future.
10.
Cool. If there's something dangerous on this ship around here, we should find it and cast it off.
It is not that simple. It is not easy. It's much more complicated than something as simple as a haunting. We should just remain vigilant. This is the best thing we can do for now. Get to our destination.
Should I tell the others?
You can, but it will not help. The panic and the confusion will only make things worse. Do what you feel is right, but it shouldn't bother us anymore. We should just be careful.
All right. Where are you talking to him, by the way?
Outside of Serandusk's door.
Okay, so like in the hallway?
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably decently quietly because we're close.
Yeah,
but
like are you trying to get like kind of out of sight of the public at all, or?
I mean, we're not trying to look conspicuous. At least I'm not trying to look conspicuous, but I'm just outside of Serandusk's door. I'm trying not to
Okay.
move from where I am.
All right. Let me. Cool.
Don't like that.
So.
Yeah, I'm dice rolling.
Just checking the thing.
Uh-huh.
All right, I will tell the others. I feel like they should know.
I agree. It is a delicate matter.
All right. Then you see he kind of zones out for a second, and he walks over and opens the door to Serandusk's room and walks in.
Oh, I'm following him.
All right. You follow him in, and you hear the door close behind you, and you
I'm gonna grab the guard.
yeah, the guard. How do we get in? And then you see this guard. He's an Amethyst Dragonborn, like many of the guards are. And being a gemstone Dragonborn, they have a certain like translucence to them. You know, you can see partially like into their bodies, and can just kind of sometimes just see like the psychic energies flowing through them. You see incredibly bright, almost like a sun, appears in this guard's head. And you hear as his head cracks. And he falls to the side. See, Serandusk is still standing there, breathing. He breathes again outwards. You see forming in his hand this pike out of orange smoke. This orange smoke lingers on the ground and travels towards this guard on the ground. They don't appear to be breathing. Tostyn, you hear. No one needs to know anything.
Okay, I'm gonna see if I can get Serandusk to wake up by any means. Shaking the shit out of him, yelling, screaming. Serandusk, wake up!
Make a what is this? Make a strength save.
12.
You feel yourself gripped by telekinetic energy and are unable to make it up to him.
Am I like completely stuck in place?
Physically for the moment. You see, we're kind of in initiative right now. as this smoke kind of begins to envelop the guard on the ground. You see it begins to crystallize over with this liquid-like crystal in orange shades.
Can I try and move?
Yeah, you can make another strength check or strength save now.
You can talk.
Well, what'd you roll?
24.
24. You break yourself out of it and kind of
Can I try?
drop to the ground.
Can I make my way to Serandusk, or does it get like harder as I get there?
Yeah, you make your way to Serandusk.
I'm just gonna like grab his shoulders and just try and like shake him back and forth. Serandusk, wake up!
As you do that, here, do not worry. I will take care of this guard as well. But do not speak of me again. You see as the guard finishes crystallizing over and the crystal turns to smoke and disappears as Serandusk breathes in. Serandusk, you wake up with Tostyn holding you by the shoulders,
Hey!
holding your pike. No evidence of anything else happening in this room.
All right.
Serandusk?
Yes.
What was going on?
I've just been meditating some.
Do you not remember anything?
Only what I saw while I was meditating. Can we include now the part of me like breathing out and breathing back in, or breathing in then out with my pike that we had that I had said I had done earlier? Okay.
Yeah, he saw you breathe the pike into existence,
Okay. Cool.
but he hasn't seen you make it disappear.
Okay. I'm gonna breathe back in. I'm gonna breathe the pike back in.
You see Serandusk's hand, the grip just kind of goes through the pike as it turns to smoke, and he breathes it in.
Serandusk, that pike is nothing to be trifled with.
It is. Do you remember where we got it?
I remember very strongly where we got it.
I swear like a session ago you didn't remember.
We got it in the Shadowfell, right?
Yeah.
Do you remember where in the Shadowfell?
Do you remember where in the Shadowfell?
Was it the funny looking house?
Nope.
No. Make a history check, Serandusk. Or not
Okay.
Serandusk, sorry, Tostyn.
Okay, I was like, what am I making a check for? But okay.
I think it's a -1, so a 12.
12. Yeah, that was a while ago. This is one of the earlier things you guys found. But you know that the pike's been around for a long time.
Sorry. So you said I didn't remember, right?
Yeah, like you know that you guys got it like a while ago, and it's been around a long time, and it's never done anything like any of this.
I'm not the man to step in your way, but that creature has fucking consumed 3 things now. 2 guards, whatever was in that prison. Something is very wrong with that pike.
Well, and you probably remember that you felt an undead presence.
Yeah, well,
which is probably swaying a little bit into this. I
Tostyn
remember
connects with
things about
the-
that you don't.
What was that? Keegan?
Uh, I have noted that Tostyn did connect the undead presence to the pike
Yeah.
while Serandusk randomly woke up in the prison room. You also, I think, threatened the pike last session?
mm-hmm.
Well, then the pike threatened him.
Yeah, then I
Yeah.
got really scared.
To be honest, out of the two of them, I'd be more afraid of the pike threatening of being threatened by the pike than being threatened by Tostyn.
I'm mostly not scared of what happens to myself. It's mostly what happens to you or others.
It said you don't need to worry, man.
Anyways, back in
It
character.
just ate someone.
She said you don't need to worry, man.
Anyways, so you guys are in this room having this confrontation.
Okay, so I'm definitely a little startled to learn that it has consumed 2 guards. Eric's rolling.
Nope.
Oh, I thought you rolled something. So I'm definitely probably relatively startled to learn that it's consumed 2 guards, but I don't do anything immediately. I probably just like stand there for a little bit.
Serandusk, I don't want to lose you again.
I had to mentally connect the dots of him what he meant by losing me. Do you mean like me being in that like trance-like
Yes,
state?
like in the center of a fucking room.
I truth be told, I can make no promises. I'll do my best to not do it at an inconvenient time. It is the easiest way to talk with it.
Please be very careful with it. I just watched it split something's head open like it was an acorn. Like the acorn.
Has it said anything to you?
Very disturbing things. Nothing particular, just threats. Ominous phrases.
Anything?
Things that make me very worried to trust it, especially with you.
Did anything bring about these threats?
I wanted to tell people it is not something that will just go away when a body disappears entirely off the trace. Without a trace, might I say. Especially now that there is a second god missing. One whom did not die in battle. I do not know what we will tell the crew. Or Rally, or Kier. But there is something very wrong with that pike.
I'm fairly torn between wholeheartedly trusting the word and your senses, your intuition, and also being the one of us more connected with it and seeing that it harbors no ill will towards anything that has not caused reason for such ill will.
I'm worried it may take advantage of you. Your intellect and your way with words, using you as a vessel or even a sacrifice. Just when the time is right, it may not need you anymore. It will just take as it has. I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed. That's why I use a hammer. But alarm bells going off. Serandusk. There's many a trinkets we have gathered from Xeirvaerauthingeir, but this is unspeakable.
Unlike any other. I shall remember your concern.
Please do your best to have it not eat any more of our guards. We need them. We also do not need them committing a mutiny due to two people suddenly disappearing and us acting like nothing is wrong. And I'm just gonna grimly exit the room.
All right.
I'm gonna make my way to Cure.
Okay. Yeah, you can find Kier in their room, probably doing some research, reading through
Yeah.
some.
I'm just gonna knock politely on the door,
Come in.
open it, walk in, looking grim, kind of sulking, obviously not happy.
Well, that's not the face I expected to see. Is something wrong?
Trivial matters. May I have the acorn? I planned on burying the god that passed with it.
Insight check.
Make a persuasion check or deception if you were
Oh shit!
truly.
How am I gonna win this? Oh, come on, motherfucker! Come on!
Does he need to make insider persuasion if he's being honest?
Well, you
Or
don't know he's
or
being
persuasion
honest.
or deception? Well,
See,
This
because
is-
we don't know what he's rolling. He could have just rolled deception.
this is true.
Am I allowed to
Kier,
tell you guys?
Kier, what did you roll?
For my insight, I rolled a 15.
Okay. For my persuasion, I rolled a 13.
Okay. Yeah, he seems to be pretty genuine. He also just seems like torn up about something. Like he's seen some shit. He's got an almost a rally-esque look on his face.
Oh God.
The vibing, still in my room. I probably locked the door on my own this time, and I'll let you two do your thing first.
Yeah.
You make it sound as though part of that plan has changed.
Are you very good with people?
No, I mean, it depends on what you're defining as people. The average runabout on this continent is not really. I tend to be a bit weird, entertaining. We get along fine in the moment, but I'm not necessarily invited to hang around for long.
So we need to figure out what to tell the crew about two things going missing. One person, one body. That I cannot explain to you, Vi.
Interesting.
Just let us leave it at that. You're very good at poker. We just need something to tell them before we can land.
I can work with this.
Okay. I very much appreciate it.
course.
Otherwise, we may have a mutiny on our hands.
Yeah, we'd be fine if that happened. And besides, the people you people hire are phenomenal.
The biggest issue is running the ship without the crew.
That would put a damper on our travel plans. Yes.
A little bit. Anyway, I must take my leave.
Before you go, and Kier's going to pull the acorn out, and give it over to Tostyn.
All right.
I hope you can find peace in the actions that have been taken. I'll let you know what my sort of rough draft for telling the crew is, in case there's anything you'd like changed. You've worked with these people more than I have.
Thank you.
Of course.
And then I'm going to step out.
All right.
Kier's gonna like sit at her desk and like stare at creepy cult notes in front of her and be like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah.
Dude, I did not think I could get such a sense of fucking remorse from D&D. Feel like somebody actually died.
I'm gonna cry about acorns now.
God. Eric, can I check what kind of acorn it is? I probably don't know, but
Can I make a nature check?
fuck. All these goddamn intelligence rolls. 13.
Don't mind me Googling what trees have acorns.
Trees
Oak.
produce acorns.
What was that?
Oak trees.
Yeah, do any other ones?
It could be a subspecies of oak.
Look, I never said I was a smart person. I don't know what trees acorns come from.
Hey man, neither do I. It seems to be an oak acorn.
All I needed.
Cool.
Okay. Gotta update my notes. Hold on.
All right. So, yeah, you guys have about 2 days till you land. Serandusk, did you see you were doing something as well?
Yeah. Having heard the news that my pike seems to have absorbed two crew members, one alive, one deceased. I'm gonna I probably sit down on my bed, like just kind of hold my hand to my head for a minute, and then like breathe it back out into my hand.
Mm-hmm.
I just kind of like lean, and I'll like lean forward and just kind of like lean my head against it while it's braced on the floor. Like try and see if I can get back to being in some kind of a trance again.
All right.
Keegan, don't do this to me! Instantly back!
Oh my god. It just ate motherfuckers, and you're like, dog, let's hit the boof. The cursed spicy orange boof.
See, but I remember things that you don't. So, like, there's reasons why our characters are reacting differently to this.
I'm sure, and you're a lot smarter than my character is, but I just watched it eat something with no other context than it'll kill me if I tell people. So that seems like some evil shit is happening.
Everything's fine.
Oh, good man.
Serandusk, make a persuasion check.
Okay. Cool.
Oh, that's not me. That's not my name.
This is correct.
Fucking dog shit rolls again. I rolled a 9.
You do not find yourself traveling to this place,
All right. Well,
but you do hear something.
okay.
What is it that you seek?
I am torn, as I'm sure you heard me say. I'm torn between trusting the word and judgment of my lifelong best friend, and also knowing you, at least on the surface level, and definitely better than anyone else on this ship does. I just find myself torn between deciding if I should trust, deciding how much I should trust you when someone has raised concern. I don't sense any ill will from you, but then again, Tostyn has said that you have, by some means, absorbed 2 crew members, two of our guards that have come with us. Could you at least provide a reason why you have done this, so I might feel more trusting again?
Both have gone to a better place. Welcomed to the sanctum. They will not be forgotten.
I this one is a separate question, but I just stated that I know you at least on a surface level, and I feel like I might. I feel like I should know you better. Could you at least tell me your name, or what you used to go by?
You get no response?
Very well. I shall try again at a later date and see if you'd like to tell me then. I'm gonna breathe the pike back in, just kind of lie down on my bed,
All right.
kind of stare at the ceiling.
Rally, is there anything you want to be doing on these 2 days till the ship lands?
I think I'll be outside a bit more, be a bit
Alright.
more proactive, considering I know that the prototype is working pretty good.
Cool.
Firstly, I'm probably being slightly more reclusive.
Yeah, you can even have the mithril drake just kind of like walk in the borders and keep an eye out.
Okay. But yeah, other than that, there's nothing specific.
All right. Kier, is there any lie that you would like to tell?
Potentially.
Mm-hmm.
So, in the notes, it talks about the strength of pure bloods, these rituals to craft greater draconic beings.
Yes.
Is there any mentions of teleportation, possession, or minions that can be made with those of less than pure blood? Also, Kier would go and inquire with Tostyn whether or not either of the guards that are gone now, how close they were being to pure bloods.
You saw a bit of the third of crafting.
Bit of
minions.
crafting minions.
less than pure blood. And yeah, you can talk to Tostyn.
Excuse me, Tostyn. If you wouldn't mind stepping into my room for a second, I have those notes that you were asking about.
Yes, of course.
So go there, because this is not a conversation I want to have in the open.
Yeah.
The two gods that went missing, how close were they to being pure blood dragonborn?
Erik, did I even know them all that well?
You didn't know them that well, but just by looking at them, they looked pretty pure-blooded. And I mean, looks can be deceiving, because Rally has, like, pure blood, but he looks all kinds of fucked up.
I did not know them very personally. There are many guards always around in the castle, but he was, I would assume, of pure blood. He had very pure traits.
Well, that makes things a little easier. The notes in the book, this tome that you picked up from the other ship, in it are notes pertaining to a cult that is interested in combining multiple dragonborns into greater draconic beings, and the closer to pure blood you are, the more powerful they are. And there's several notes in here about minions. So we could lie and say that in the confusion, they had snuck someone aboard who had hidden and had taken both the guard and the body and teleported out in the night. I could sell it, but
I think that is probably going to work. It's a good answer, especially considering the strength of the force that attacked us. Luckily, we survived, obviously, but
right.
it does check out. Let us hope that they believe it as well as we can sell it for the greater good. And then I'm going to step out.
Alright. So do you gather the guards? And
Yeah, we're probably gonna. Oh wait, hold on. I guess I'm probably gonna have to go again. Kira, should we get them now, or are we going to wait?
Has anyone brought up the missing guard yet?
Not
And
to me, but
do they have a time of day where they normally meet and go over shifts or anything?
Very likely that they do, but
I would say then we should probably either just pull aside to
dog moment.
we should probably just pull aside whoever's mainly managing the rotations, or go in during their normal meeting time to inform them of what has happened.
I agree. We should not waste a moment, and make sure that we go and tell them at that time. Otherwise, they will know something is up, and it will be very suspicious if we tell them after they find out.
So
Yes.
you guys find a time and gather the guards together.
As you may know, Sabati has disappeared, and one of you is missing. I will allow our co-worker and traveler to explain why.
Hello, if I haven't met you before, my name is Kier. That's what I go by. I have a lot of experience traveling through dangerous areas, and I'm primarily a researcher of the magical. And in the attack with the other ship, in the aftermath, I was given this tome that was found on the ship, and within it, it details the workings of a cult that is interested in creating greater draconic beings, particularly with pure-blooded dragonborns. I found some magical residue when we first noticed that we had a missing god. Tostyn brought it immediately when he couldn't find anything. And I went and I checked, and magic-wise, it appears that someone had snuck aboard from the other ship and hidden, likely for the purpose of stealing any bodies. Of stealing any bodies, and it appears that they also took the opportunity to, with no one thinking that anyone had snuck aboard, used a bit of magic to transport both themselves, the body, and the missing god somewhere. We are looking into this. I have taken extensive notes on this tome so far, and as soon as we land, I will be able to contact my other resources so that we can hopefully, if not find our missing god alive, then at least recover both their bodies so that they get the burial that they deserved. If you have any questions, feel free to come to me. I don't know if I'll have any answers for you. This isn't a group that I've encountered before. Thank you.
All right, make a deception check with advantage because Tostyn is helping you.
Also gonna say something after she's done. So
Okay.
That is a face of not rolling dice well.
That is oh, thank God I had advantage.
Oh, okay.
What was your first?
That is a 2. And my second was a 16 for a total of 27 for deception.
Well,
What did you roll?
The one time Eric's mad, he rolled
What
a
did
nat
you
20.
roll?
The one time Eric's mad, he rolled a nat 20.
Well, but the thing is, technically, they don't have good enough insight for that to mean anything. Because skill checks you technically can't crit on.
Right.
And who knows if I rolled a nat 20? I could have rolled something else.
That face didn't say something else, though.
yeah, he rolled a nat 30, guys. I'm just gonna have you know.
Yeah. Pulled up my D30 and
Eric rolled a nat 100.
all right. So yeah, it seems like the guards seem to be buying it. Make an insight check for me as well if you would like.
Is please excuse my bad math skills. One moment. 25.
Goddamn.
Thank you for my shiny new dice that apparently really likes to roll 16s, 19s, and 2s.
Cool. Yeah, the guards seem to be buying this, but another person in this kind of like area where they're meeting, you see the discerning eyes of Ordevo stares deep below your lies. He says nothing, makes not an expression, but keeps his eyes locked on yours.
Oh, I'm absolutely pulling him into a dark corner later.
I'm assuming I don't notice this.
I'll make an insight check.
Yeah, okay. Funny joke. Yeah, okay, I rolled a 5, so there's just no way. Fucking insight.
Well,
yeah,
what's
8.
your bonus? 8.
8.
So, Ordevo got a 6 on deception, died. I mean, I don't think the guards will notice because he just kind of always looks like this, but like, since you know that a lie is being told, you look at Ordevo and you're like, that's not the expression of someone who's been fooled.
Especially since, we keep playing poker together, so We're getting good at reading when other people are lying.
Yeah, you would know that Ordevo is the guy who's been rolling insight the whole time.
Okay. I'm gonna readdress the guards.
Yeah.
Anyway, I hate to say that we are looking into it is the best news that I can give you, but remain vigilant. Call out if you see anything suspicious, anything at all. If you feel
Well,
anything, please, I urge you, be very aware. Take shifts as you would like if you would like to up the shifts, the double it or triple it even. But we think there's no one else on the ship. Of course, we thought there was no one on it to begin with. Be careful for the sake of your own lives, and we must protect people on this boat. Good luck.
very
And then
well.
I'm gonna step away. Okay, can we take a break? I have to pee really bad.
Yeah.
That was a lot of emotions.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, we're back in it. So yeah, the next 2 days pass by. Is there anything you guys want to do before landing, or you ready to land?
Just drink out of it.
I think I'm ready.
All right.
Here's vibing and scheming.
As-
Mostly vibing.
Scheming as per usual.
Yeah.
Someone needs to find a new acorn.
As you guys progress through the sun-swept valley, just flying over it, you begin to see, as you're getting closer to Palzuunym, you can see on the western side of the kind of mountain face, there's this valley is like built between two ranges of mountains. On the western side, you see it's almost like orange. Just like you don't know if you're kind of high up, but it seems like some like foliage that grows just on this west side is like a bright orange. That even when it's kind of gray out, it still gives it that sun-swept feel. Sorry, is that a dog or a cat in the background?
That's my dog.
That's a dog. I was like, that's a fucking weird looking cat. It looked like a creature of darkness. I was like, what?
I
Yeah,
had an
no.
instructor that looked like that. I'm not even lying. We called him the creature.
There's an old Asian guy at my work who smokes so many cigarettes that he now looks like E.T.
Okay.
I'm gonna cut that one out.
Yeah, I
Please
kind of
do.
figured.
All right. So, yeah, you guys are now approaching Palzuunym. You can see it in the distance. See, it's built it's a fairly large city, you know, not quite as large as the one you come from, being the capital. Yeah, coming from Modsledair. But Palzuunym is still quite large. See, on the western side, built on this bright orange foliage of some kind, you see large manor houses built across this road, as well as some smaller but like nicer buildings. And the road goes down as it goes to the north. It gets lower and lower until it reaches basically into the valley from across the mountainside. Then from that northwestern corner, a road along the ground connects down to the southeast. Along this road, you see like marketplaces. There's a bridge over a river that runs through the valley. Like lot of looks like just commerce, some housing. And then built along the eastern side of the valley, kind of opposite of the western side, another road that goes up and see just kind of built across the kind of like gray expanse of the mountain. See some shoddy looking homes. You see some holes that just go into the ground. You believe this is probably where the mining operation was.
Okay.
And you can see built kind of in the middle of the western side, the western road, a dock for skyships. Not a very large one, but they still have a dock.
Right.
Does anyone want to make a perception check as you guys come in for landing?
Yes.
It'll be with disadvantage, except for rally, since you can kind of see with the ship.
That's an 8.
All right, cool.
My first roll was a 17 plus 2.
Well, get fucked.
Yeah, disadvantage goes hard. First
This
good roll of the
was-
day.
Perception.
Yeah.
Not the correct number.
Oh, nat 20!
With disadvantage?
Let's go!
With disadvantage?
No.
I rolled a
13.
19.
Okay. Rally, what do you get?
I got a
Droid stuff.
16.
All right. Kier, at the top of the western road, there is the largest, like, manor house, almost like a stone keep, and it seems to be in some level of disrepair. It's kind of beat up. Yeah, that's something that you would notice, definitely. And as you guys come in closer, you notice that the reason why this western side is all orange is there's some like orange moss that just grows all across the side of the mountain. And you can come in for a landing. All right.
Nice.
You have landed
No giant balls of flame.
in Palzuunym. Your ship explodes.
Balls of fire.
Good.
Rattled my brain.
I jinxed it.
So yes. So you guys
Is
can.
there enough docking space for the second ship?
Yeah, the second one is quite small, so it can fit in.
It's a little easier to land.
Yeah, it also seems like it could probably land without a dock, though that might be hard with the angle that the
Terrain.
mountain is at.
Yeah,
So it just lands in the dock.
fair enough. Cool.
So you guys come to the side and lay out basically the plank to exit the ship. See, there's a small gathering of people. Yes, a few finely dressed people. You're just mostly finely dressed people.
Okay,
You see one individual armored in what looks like half plate.
Okay.
Sword at their side. Looking at them, they seem to be a senior member of the Amaranthine Grasp.
Okay.
And yeah, you see also a younger individual. Amethyst Dragonborn, similar complexion to Tostyn's almost, of that kind of lighter shade of Amethyst.
Okay.
He's also dressed in noble clothes and whites, mostly whites and golds. As you guys begin to exit the ship with your small group of guards you have.
Mhm.
Anything you want to say as you are exiting?
Um, maybe not like a specific like addressing of everyone, but I'd like to go and introduce myself. Introduce myself. The introduction probably not, not introducing myself as like, yes, hello, I am this person, but more as like, like kind of slightly more friendly, slightly cordial, but slightly more friendly. Like want an initial breaking the ice, trying to get to know
Sure.
them.
Make a persuasion check.
All right, cool. 19.
Very good. Um, yeah, you see these people who seem to be a little bit on edge almost, kind of calm down. Though the lighter, um, complexion, Amethyst Dragonborn has a kind of stern look on his young face.
Okay.
Says, "You are the one? You are the one they sent to replace my father? You can't be more than a few crests older than me." Shakes his head, and you see he turns around and starts walking off. "I will handle this myself." And you see, appears to be like a servant follows after him.
I'm gonna walk
The
up to
servant
Serandusk and
just kind of lingers for a moment, and just kind of like addresses you guys, and then turns around.
Okay.
Anyone want to make a? Actually, Rally, can you make a perception check for me real quick?
Yes. Is this with advantage?
Yeah, this is with advantage.
That's good because I got a 2 and then a 19.
Oh,
So that's 24.
24. Very good. You hear some. Here's a weird word for it. You almost detect like static, like. Now, Rally, you have very good senses. Some that would, ones that some would consider unnatural. And one thing that is impossible to listen to or detect is telepathic speech. But you could have sworn that Ordevo had just spoken to that servant telepathically. You couldn't hear what they said, but some connection was made that you felt before the servant turns around and follows after the young man, who appears to probably be Zaid.
I'm gonna go up to Serandusk, like next to him. That was very disrespectful of him. If you would like me to go talk to him, I'm sure he was just concerned for his people.
No, it is all right. I shall wait for some time for him to simmer down a little bit. It is quite a lot happening all at once for him. I shall give him a little bit of time, and I shall go address him myself.
I
You
would
see
be.
the Amaranthian
hold on.
Grasp member approaches as you guys are talking.
I was gonna say, I would be very offended too if my birthright was just taken from me, just like that.
And I understand.
This Amaranthian hand, he walks up, so he kind of looks back towards the other nobles and says, "I will handle this. You should all be dismissed. There is no reason to crowd around the new baron." And some begin to kind of like walk off, but some are staying.
Have I at least introduced myself to everyone yet?
Yeah. You made that persuasion check, and like that was you introducing.
Okay, good.
There would be more of a procession, but we are stretched a bit thin at the moment, Baron.
Very well. It is of no worry to me. I though I've just arrived. Could you at least give me a quick rundown of what is happening? What I might need to focus on more immediately.
The Baron's Keep has been taken over by a band of orcs, as well as there have been a number of people going missing as of recent. We are not sure if this is related. The nobles that would be gifting their guards to protect the city have mostly retracted them to protect their own homes. The only guards that we have are the other junior members of the Amaranthine Grasp, as well as some guards from Lord Losmere, who was gracious enough to let his guards continue protecting the city.
Very well. Thank you for letting me know. Is there anything our trade and overall aside from people disappearing, is quality of life by and large relatively baseline for how it should be, or are there goods that are more desperately needed than others? Various things that might be in more need of repair or attention.
Well, the old road is in disrepair as always. And he kind of gestures over to on the eastern side, where all the mining is. The
Okay.
mines have been closed for some time by order of the previous Baron. And, most things are as usual, besides unrest. I can't say the trade is going great at the moment. We are
My lord.
on the borders.
Excuse my interruption.
Yes, Tostyn.
May I ask, what is the status of medical supplies and food for soldiers and the people?
Well, can't say that it's in great position. We have enough to get by.
It may be of use to ask your father, the King Serandusk, my prince.
We would
Or
be
some-
in better position, however, the nobles are keeping most of their resources to themselves.
It may take a gentle push in restoring order as well as bringing in a lot of new supplies. It may also help you win over the hearts and the minds of the people.
Very well. I shall look into contacting. Thank you, Tostyn.
The Amaranthine Hand speaks up again. Where shall we have you stay in the meantime, as the Baron's Keep is taken?
I am not in need of anywhere terribly luxurious or resplendent, especially not immediately. Just somewhere that is adequate and comfortable enough. In all honesty, I would, so long as everyone who we have brought is able to find quarters, I would like to stay somewhere more close to, maybe not the center of town, but closer to the common folk. I've just arrived, and I would like to be a face that they begin to recognize and look forward to seeing.
Very well. I'll see if I can find some lodging in Stone Pass for you. I should mention, with the talk of resources, this orc raid happened quite recently, and while they haven't been outwardly violent towards the rest of the city, they have been demanding food be brought.
Interesting.
If you don't mind me barging in, a band of orcs just wandered in and took the Baron's keep, and they're just asking for food.
It appears so. Though they,
Do you know anything of where they were before? I would
uh,
assume that they were fine in wherever they were.
we believe they came from over the Western Mountain.
Do you know if there's been food issues over the Western Mountain? Or they're just greedy and don't want to work for it? Or has there been legitimate lack of supplies on that side of the mountain as well?
That is where the forest should be and where we get a lot of our own food. There should not be any sort of shortage, and they are asking for quite a lot for even the size of their orc band.
Greed it is, then. If we have food and medical supplies coming in, I don't see why we can't clean it out now. What do you think, Tostyn? We've had a couple days of rest. It might not be too bad.
I could use a little smashing and grabbing.
I do, with all due respect, I do not think the correct way to appease the late Baron's son is to smash and grab from his keep.
Of course, my
Oh.
lord. I meant
I-
mostly the spines of the individuals that decided that taking the Baron's keep, an ancestral home of the resident liege, was acceptable.
With that, I must concur. I too am for a little bit of stretching, making sure I stay limber.
Hmm.
Hey, Eric, like, what time is it about that we've landed?
Like midday, probably.
I mean, like lunch. We could probably get it done by dinner.
I will warn you, this is a full band of orcs.
And I have a very full hammer.
You're just gonna lean over to Bitos and be like, how many is a band of orcs? Do they have like a set number?
That is a very good question. Not that I would know.
Rally!
Yes.
Is there a standard number for a band of orcs? I kind of thought it just meant like a group of orcs. I didn't think there was a quantity involved.
I think it's just up to them.
We could perhaps make some assumptions based on the size of the keep, though I do not know its internal layout. I do not know.
Or we could just ask if they have a accurate range.
Oh, that
Does he just hear us all talking?
We're all just
ourselves?
talking.
We're like,
Yeah, I don't think any of us are like trying to hide the conversation we're having.
Not really. Kira's now
Is it-
definitely going to try to figure out if like there's like a standardized
Grabs a
number
book
for
like,
a band.
I swear.
My lord, go ahead. Ask him. I don't
Well,
want
we're
to speak in
technically
your
in
stead.
charge.
Austin, you should know by now that you can speak in whatever turn you like outside formal family events that, to be honest, neither of us enjoy being at. Is there do we have a rough estimate on how many orcs are staying in the keep, or are we, even a rough range?
Perhaps 24. They have a number of trained boars with them as well.
24 sounds like a slightly high offer for, or slightly high margin for us having just arrived, but
I can see what members of the Amaranthine Grasp I could offer. However, we need them for the rest of the city as well.
This is true. I think it may be in our best interest for me to, with my letter to my father, to also ask for a slightly larger detail of guards who could help bolster the city's numbers.
Technically, as the most senior member in the area, you could also demand that the nobles who have taken back the guards from the city supply us with guards for clearing the keep.
Well,
Yes.
this is true. I am not in the interest of figuring out who would like to be my enemy, at least at this stage. I'm sure there are some who are also not the most pleased with the change of leadership that has been set upon the city.
Just an option. It would let us clear the keep out sooner while more guards and supplies are transported. That's not going to happen overnight.
This is
Like I said, just an option.
It probably is not in our best interest to force the hand of the nobles just trying to protect their own wealth, maintain their own power in the domain.
Just an option.
I think for now we should go travel the city and see for ourselves firsthand how things are. If the orcs are only demanding food at present, I don't see why we can't wait at least, a handful of days.
Well, the missing people.
This is true, but we have our own guard detail to add that can assist in citywide patrols, and their skills are something I will not turn my nose at.
Fair enough.
All right. So you guys find a place to stay. It sounded like you were leaning towards Stone Pass, which is what's in the center.
Yeah, I'd like to be closer to where, like the average person lives. I'd like to I don't want to be a ruler who only interacts with other rulers. That seems kind of I mean, back home I was a person of the people. Why the hell shouldn't I here?
So, yeah, traveling down to Stone Pass, one thing that you guys would notice is further up the mountain you see roads to like more of the like manor houses and stuff. And like down the road, like downwards off of the mountain, see just like nicer homes, like nothing crazy, but where the upper sort of class lives. And as you get more towards Stone Pass, you even see a few businesses kind of reserved for the highest of classes.
Okay. So it seems like this place at least has retained some of its wealth from when it was actively mining.
Yes.
Is that head of the Amaranthian Grasp still nearby, or did
The
he?
senior member?
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll be leading you down to Stone
Okay.
Pass.
Excuse me. I'd like to ask, did the late Baron provide concrete reason for stopping the mining operation, or was it left somewhat ambiguous?
Not to me. I believe they said that there were dangerous things in the mines, perhaps, or that it wasn't worth it. They weren't getting enough material anyways.
Thank you.
I have one question to ask, my prince.
Of course.
What's the name of the head of The hand.
Um,
The um
The grasp. There we go. That's the
Yeah.
word.
yeah, the amaranthine grasp. You asking this dude's name?
I
Yeah.
thought he told us already. I guess we
Or,
didn't
or he
know.
presumably he did, but we I don't think any of us
He
have
did
any
not
notes
give a
as of
name.
yet.
I'm speaking to him. I was just asking permission to speak
Okay.
while we're still being formal.
I am Cadril of the amaranthine grasp.
Nice to meet you, Kanju. I am Tostyn, a noble servant and guard of Serandusk. However, my question was, we had a few casualties on our journey here, and I was wondering if you had a nice place for a ceremony / funeral.
That can be done.
Hopefully someplace with fertile ground. We do not have the bodies, so we just need a spot to remember them by.
Yes, very well.
Just
I can lead you there.
hold on. Serandusk, are we
Yes.
busy now or may I go?
Absolutely, you may go. We have our own guard detail, and we can. I'm sure we can wander just fine without getting terribly lost.
Thank you, my lord.
Of course, anytime.
Cardwell, if you would lead the way.
All right. Yeah, he will. So, yeah, the funeral grounds in like a church is in High Road, the one on the western side, near kind of the bottom of it. And they bring you to a church to Palomir, and it doesn't seem to be that grand of a church, but it's just kind of like here for the sake
It
of
is a
having
church.
one. Yeah. Like it definitely, like looking around at the other buildings, it seems like for its age that they could have built a much grander church, but they just decided not to.
It's just me there, or is it everyone?
I think it's just you.
That's what I thought too. I
Yeah.
don't know. I couldn't remember what I just said.
I imagine a couple of guards probably went with you, like whoever was close with the guards who
Yeah,
passed
sure.
or are not present.
Is there like an open area such that it wouldn't disturb anything if a tree grew?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
The
Then
grounds here are fairly mossy, and like it's not super fertile grounds, but good enough.
I also just didn't want to disturb any other grave sites with,
Yeah.
something growing in their way. Anyway,
I mean, eventually it'll be a problem, kind of no matter what you do, because trees grow very wide, but
Tostyn doesn't know this.
like I don't think Tasa would be aware of the impacts of tree husbandry.
it doesn't really matter. No. Anyway,
It won't be a problem for long enough for anyone currently alive to worry about it.
yes, this place should do fine. Do you agree? As I look at the guards.
Yes, very good.
Thank you, Caldwell. We will be back tomorrow or soon.
You get directions to where we're staying, or did you just like wander off?
You'll figure it out.
Seems like you just wandered off. I mean, as far as I know, we're just roaming around, like taking a look or seeing what is going on.
Fair enough.
Yeah, you would see it seems to be kind of a dour mood about the place.
Okay.
Hey, Erik.
Mm-hmm.
What's our Devo doing?
He is following along with you guys. Staying nice and
Not
silent.
piping up at all?
No.
No? I don't trust him, man.
What's wrong? There's nothing to be distrustful about. It's just a guy.
Oh, there is everything to be distrustful about.
You seem like a very non-trusting person. Or at
Me?
least your character.
Oh no, it's all me. My characters tend to have like reasonable levels of trust issues.
Oh, okay.
But we have a paladin in our group, which means he's either going to betray all of us, or someone is going to dramatically betray him, and we're all going to die because of it. So, we'll see. Nova.
The void.
Um. So, as find your way to a kind of nicer inn within Stone Pass. That you can get yourself boarded at. You can easily pay the price for rooms.
Cool.
Get a room for each of you.
I'll probably
Yeah,
I'll pay the price for for our guards and Rally's crew as well.
Cool. Yeah, Raleigh's crew is mostly dispersed to just like check out the new city like they usually do.
That's what I figured. I'm probably just paying in advance. Like he'll probably disseminate information as needed.
Yeah. Eventually, Tostyn, you make your way into Stone Pass and start heading towards a nicer inn. Try and find them. As you're getting further into Stone Pass, you're kind of getting this like headache, Tostyn.
Just powering through it, I guess.
Yeah.
Interesting. I'll note it. But
Cool. So yeah, you guys can get yourself set up with some nice food. Tostyn arrives. Anything you'd like to do before kind of the night comes?
Well, I'm definitely gonna write a letter to my father.
All right.
I'm gonna procure a shovel.
You can buy a shovel. You have a shovel now.
Cool. That's all I
Add
needed.
that to your inventory.
I'm probably gonna leave it somewhere and forget about it.
Okay.
I'm gonna use it tomorrow.
I see.
Ominous.
Oh, well, we're all hanging out and eating. You know, since the mining operation has ceased and we have been left minimal details as to why, I can't say that it hasn't piqued my interest. I'd like to see if it is really as dire as it has been said to be. Stimulating the economy can only bring good things for an area.
Fair enough. I don't have much information about the history or the geology of the area, but I could definitely look more into it.
That would
You
be
might have better chance just asking some of the people whose families used to work the mines, though.
so. I think both would provide us with quite splendid results.
It is also possible that they were shut down due to the safety of the workers, due to the mine's potential catastrophic failure, or just low control in the region. Hunters, bandits, anyone could take advantage of them, especially in their weakened, tired state with all the dust in a mine like that.
This is very true. We shall look into it and see what we find.
Rally, you overhear another conversation going on in this tavern. Just a quick little remark of something. You hear that, sounds like Zaid's going on by himself to fucking try and take out that orc band. Little shit's gonna get himself killed. Matter of time, I guess.
I'll just kind of shimmy on over that way then.
To the
Wanna-
people talking?
Yeah.
Alright.
Where do you think Rally is going, guys?
Restroom?
I would simply not question it until he comes back.
Does seem rather curious. Restroom may not be used after this juncture.
For all
Okay,
you
keep
know,
going.
it could be
That's all I
someone
wanted to ask.
talking about a good deal on, I don't
Airship
know,
fuel.
cogs.
So yeah, you approach. What you want?
I just heard you over talking. Who's this Zaid guy?
Zaid, the son of the old Duke.
Oh,
No.
his name is.
Yeah, Zaid, Zaid Zanidi, the fucking 20th. Guess they couldn't come up with any better names.
And you say he's going where?
To the old, the keep, where all the orcs are.
Oh. How many orcs do you think are there?
I don't know. Like 20 or something.
Okay. Do you think do you know if he has any special skills about him that would help him at all?
I don't
Or
think
is
he
he
knows how
just-
to do anything. I think he's a little fucking piece of shit that, I mean, like hearing that he's not inheriting the place, fine by me. Never seen him do anything good.
He was the son of the last band, right? So why do you have such hard feelings against him? Was his
I didn't
father
like
a good baron?
I don't like him much either. I mean, they closed down the mines, for God's sakes.
Do you know why he closed down the mines?
I don't know, some bullshit reason, like not enough resources. Like, I mean, people are going missing or something, but it's not like that stopped since closing the mines.
Well, did you used to work in the mines?
Yeah, for a bit.
Well, was there any reduction in resources?
I mean, not that I noticed. I just drove carts.
Okay. Well, thank you. I'll see you around sometime.
Sure. Yeah, don't get a lot of emerald folks around here.
Okay.
Sure.
I'm gonna shimmy on back over to my table.
Yeah, you guys see Rally come back.
Welcome back. If you what is it that grasp your interest?
Oh, I heard the guy who got really mad at you. Yeah, he's gonna go fight the orcs tomorrow.
They
All
never
by
mentioned
himself?
a time. They never said tomorrow, by the way.
Oh,
They just
Well.
said he's going.
oh, I'm gonna assume that's tomorrow. So yeah, tomorrow he's gonna go fight the orcs by himself.
Cool.
Well, that might push our seemingly endless deadline a little further forward. Hmm.
I also heard that people around here don't care too much for the Baron, especially the old one and his son. So
Well, I don't. Regardless of people's opinion on him, does not mean that I necessarily want him to meet an unfortunate end due to feeling a little too
Yeah.
heroic. Was that all you talked about?
yeah, I just asked him a few questions about some stuff I overheard.
Do we think that we should go talk to, what is his name? Zaid? Maybe
Yes.
we could offer some assistance.
So, with with his attitude this morning, I feel like he's unlikely to want assistance. But I don't think offering it and keeping a watchful eye in case he gets a little overzealous could be. I don't think that would be a bad thing.
Of 1v24 is not something I would assume a man of his stature to be able to handle.
And I would agree that it seems like a tall tale. If that one man were that silver dragon that we saw at the festival, then perhaps I would say all in, and I would grab concessions and enjoy the spectacle. But
I very much agree. If you could keep them at, like, say, 15 feet away, I believe you could also do a 1v24, hinging on the fact that they couldn't get close.
yeah, I think I may need to develop my skills somewhat more at this time, but with some time, perhaps I could take on 24 orcs on my own. If I knew the more of the fighting style of that silver dragonborn, I believe, who won in the tournament, then I think they have the skills that would be needed in order for someone who wields a polearm such as myself, or a pike such as myself, to best a horde.
Well,
I agree.
either way, are we gonna go rest with his honestly idiotic scheme to go to the keep tomorrow? Are we going to go and just like grab him by the scruff of his neck and drag him away, or do we think it would be better to just help him clear out the keep?
I believe helping out would be our best course of action.
The
You should-
more the merrier.
Fair enough.
Do we have any guards nearby, like maybe eating at a different table or anything?
Yeah, totally.
Okay, I'm gonna go ask a couple of them. Excuse me, gentlemen, I do not mean to interrupt your meal.
Yes.
But could you perhaps, once you've reached a comfortable stopping point, do you think you could make haste and travel to near the old keep and relay information quickly if Zaid starts traveling there on his own? And if not, we should arrive within a relatively short time. Anyway.
All right. I will do this.
Thank you very much.
They finish up their meals and then they start heading off up to High Road.
All the guards are just a few of them.
Just a few, like 3.
Okay, cool. That's my favorite note of this entire session. I owe 3 guards a round of drinks.
I was gonna say.
Nice.
So, I mean, I say once we're done eating, we should probably assemble the rest of the guards and see if we can get some members of the Amaranthian Grasp to come with us, and probably just head straight there unless we get interrupted by guards letting us know there is a disturbance or Zaid has started trekking there on his own. But if not, I think we should just head there after we're done eating.
Are we eating lunch or dinner right now?
Probably dinner.
Dinner, okay.
All right. Um. Yeah, as you guys are finishing up, you see a kind of out of breath one of the guards you sent because it's a long walk.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Comes in. And says, um. We did not see Zaid, but we saw the servant traveling with him. Says that he has already gone to try and enter.
I kind of jump up from the table and like slap a small handful of gold on the fucking table. It's like, very well. We are the rest of the guards also here eating? Like, are we mostly assembled?
Like 2 or 3 are here.
Okay. If there's like 3, I'll probably send 2 of them. One of them to try and seek out the Amaranthian grasp, and the other to see if they can rally the rest of the guards and let them know to meet us there as quickly as they can.
Okay.
Well, it does seem like we must be on our way. Tavern, Tavern Keep, I guess. Tavern Keep. Please let me know if this does not cover everything. We shall return.
More than enough.
You must be going.
I'm not gonna like pick anything back up. I'm leaving the rest of the tip. I'm like whatever.
Yep.
You're that person that asks how much student loans you have, and then just writes that as the tip.
Right. Pretty
He
much.
only got like a round of food and drinks, I would assume.
And I slapped a handful of gold on the table.
Yeah, I'm
like,
like,
we
it's
gotta
probably
go.
like 1 gold would probably cover all of that. Like maybe 2 if it's like really good shit.
Yeah.
Eric said we were eating at a nice place. I didn't think. I reached into my pocket and I was like,
Yeah.
Let's get a move on.
yeah.
As you begin rushing up the side of High Road, which it's a distance because you got to go like that and then up a thing to the
Right.
top of High Road. Serandusk, you hear something in your mind.
Okay.
It is the voice of Ordevo
Okay.
who speaks. It says, Prince, I do believe that this may be a lapse in judgment. Zaid has most likely already entered and gotten himself killed. It may behoove us to take time to gather our forces more adequately and take upon these orcs as a group, rather than as unfocused as this. But I will leave it to your judgment, of course.
I'll send a message back to him. Thank you. I do appreciate the insight. I believe, depending on what we hear when we arrive, if things have gone quiet, I think we shall wait and wait for the others to arrive. However, if it sounds like fighting is still actively taking place, I believe we should do what we can to save Zaid, regardless of the town's opinion of him.
Very well. He will continue running alongside you.
Cool.
So yeah, you guys are booking it. How about everyone make a either an athletics check or a constitution check.
8.
18.
18.
12.
Nice.
This totally checks out.
Yeah. So, yeah, Serandusk, you are winded, but I said a DC 5. Like, it's just running somewhere, so DC 5
Right.
did not get a point of exhaustion. You made
All
it.
right. Cool.
But yeah, Tostyn and Kier, who are used to running and being physical, do quite a good job.
Wow.
Yeah, you make it up there, and you see the two guards talking to the servant figure of Zaid's, and looking out towards the keep, kind of being slightly lit by the setting sun, just peeking over the mountaintops a few 100 feet out.
With all due respect, I believe we should. Well, this is a longer run than I thought it would be. I believe we should get somewhat closer. Would like to be able to at least hear with my ears if Zaid still has if we still have a chance of stopping him, or if we are shamefully too late.
All right. Yeah, you start to move forward. The servant warns, we do believe that they are in possession of bow and arrows. Stay perhaps out of sight, just for your safety, my baron.
Thank you. We shall do.
Stealth round.
What's that?
I'm like, stealth round.
Yeah, if you guys want to sneak closer to the ship.
Yeah.
To keep.
I'd
with,
rather not be.
Oh, I'm wearing plate.
Yeah, you are.
19.
Hey!
Got a 10.
Yeah, from what I remember, this party's not great at stealth, so.
11. I rolled an 11 and then a 17. Sad.
Rolled a 17.
7.
Oh my god. How did I sneak the best out of all of us?
Jesus Christ. We skipped skipped a rock between each other as we're fucking trying to sneak up to this place.
Ordevo got a 22.
I mean,
Your guards
I'm
got
not
like a
exactly
14.
inconspicuous. Giant glowy hair.
Your guards are like, we're gonna stay back because we rolled a natural 1.
Oh,
Guards are just standing there.
no!
They're like, we got chain. Kier, you should be. This whole party is.
I have a +2 to stealth.
Yeah, that's the
Same.
highest among the party, tied with everyone else except for Tostyn.
I have a 14 in Dex.
Mm-hmm. So
That's
does everyone
the
else except for
happiest-
Tostyn.
Yep.
Everybody but Tostyn is a 14 in Dex, and Tostyn used to, but he changed his stats around.
I want my rogues back.
My brain still sometimes defaults to, wait a minute, Axel's always good at stealth.
Nope.
This time
Oh,
we don't have any
no.
more broken, instant halving of the damage from rogues
I
doing
don't
their
know what you're
shit.
talking about.
Uncanny dodge is a normal ability, guys. It's
I should take 3 levels in rogue just to fuck with
Fucking-
people.
absolutely
Aiden.
not.
Nat 20 to hit the green dragonborn. Faints.
Don't worry about previous campaigns. Nothing sketchy was happening. So yeah, you guys are sneaking up. Yeah. Yeah, it
So when
seems
do
like
I
this
make-
building has some like some hits out of the walls. It looks like there's some fighting that happened here.
All right.
And then you were saying you wanted to listen in.
Yeah. See if I can hear. Just perception check time.
Yeah, anyone can make a perception check if they would like.
Bad.
Use any other abilities.
I rolled a 6.
Oh, nice.
I
10.
Dang.
16.
Not bad.
18!
Hey, nice.
nice.
Tostyn, being closer to this, you hear sounds like kind of like further forward where the large like double doors of the entrance are. You can hear through them the sounds of sounds like maybe like some like largish animal. A couple of them. It sounds like you remember what they said. It probably sounds like some boars.
Do I hear any fighting or struggling?
No.
Okay, shit. Serandusk. Can you hear that?
No, things are. I can hear more of the clanking of your plate armor than.
The boars are less than quiet.
Okay. Anything else, or is that all that you can hear?
I am not certain as to whether or not Zaid is alive or dead.
Very well. We shall.
With luck, he is just taken captive.
We shall hide here for now until the others arrive.
All right. Is that where we would like to leave our session?
I think we should leave off there, and then when we come back, we can see how many guards show up, and then how fucked we're gonna be if we try to raid the keep right now
Jesus
in the
Christ.
dark with no stealth.
Running is always an option.
Running is not always an option. There's these things called corners that you can be shoved into with no escape.
Well, if we start by the door, at least start.
You're not wrong.
Look, you just said running is not an option because you can get pinned in the corner. Now, technically, you're right. But the only limiting factor is the strength of the walls that make up said corner and their thickness.
This has come up before in our session 0.
If you're in a corner in a cavern, you're kind of fucked. The chances that you can burrow through straight rock are low. In a building, that's,
Yeah.
Only
Up to
time
the-
will tell.
yeah.
We will see how this turns out. Dear
Depending
God.
depending on the intellect or ineptitude of the architect will depend how long you're actually stuck in that corner.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Stop recording here. Goodbye.